Hi friends! The other day I threw a heap of everlasting daisy seeds in this corner bit. So I thought I'm going to film it so everyone can see, or I can see, that it was barren, dry, nothing. I actually threw a heap of seeds in last year as well. But this last winter, and the winter before were just covered in Patterson's curse. So it'd be really interesting to see what happens. Charlie is in the trough. He's a crazy dog. Weird. That's my dog. And then you've got Georgie out in the paddocks chasing the shadows of the birds. If you want a little whippet body like Georgie, this is how you get one. By doing this, he'll do this for good, I don't know, 15 minutes at a time. And then you go sleep for a little while. But yeah, that's how you get a little whippet body, by running around like a crazy dog or crazy person. And then you've got my special Charlie having a swim in the trough. Every day. You see Georgie in the background. They're hilarious. You can really see how much greener everything is. You really can. Like, I was just sitting because I'm walking, and that's a big difference. 3 weeks ago I couldn't walk around the farm. You just, especially now, it's like 11 o'clock in the morning. Like, by this time, you were closing everything up in the house because it was about to get really, really hot. And it already was. Like, some days overnight we were like 24 degrees Celsius, and sometimes even hotter. It was just, honestly, just a crazy summer. And because I don't have any air conditioning, I really note the weather, especially during the night, because I can feel that it's uncomfortable. And I was having, sometimes I would, get up in the middle of the night and have a shower, and where I've got long hair, so I'd wet my hair and be able to sleep for a couple of hours because it was just so hot. And last night I had a sheet and just a thin, duvet cover on top, and slept like a baby. And I actually lit the fire just with that little skinny wood that I got out of the paddock. So it doesn't get the fire really, really hot, but it certainly made a nice difference on my hot water and just made the house all snuggly and cozy, which, as I said, is crazy to think 3 weeks ago it was 36 degrees and Pammy was melting. And I think that is just such a great thing for life. Where you are now is not where you're going to stay. It's just what's happening at the moment. And, like this weather, nothing stays the same. Nothing. So, you just got to look at the changes that you like, the little tiny things that you like in your new life or in what is going on, even if it is a tragedy or it is something, big going on. There's always something you can find that's good in it. Even my fire, like, the first couple of days that after we lost our house in a house fire, the first couple of days after you're, probably at the peak of what, you've lost and, coming to terms with it all, and you're in shock anyway. But, you can easily slip into the poor me, where both my husband and I at the time were both very grateful for so many little things. Like, one, we were okay, and that was a massive one. Yeah, we'd lost everything, but we were okay, and we had somewhere to go. That being able to go, we went to his parents' house, and I had actually lived at this house when I was very, very young. So, I had a connection to this house. So it was a really good place to go when, to feel safe. And I wouldn't, even if they had found a hotel for us to go into, because it was Christmas Eve, so they couldn't find anywhere. I wouldn't have gone anywhere the first night, because you really needed to be around people that, you loved, and I think the place was really important. So, there's two things there that we had on the first night, and we just hung out there more often. If any time something would happen and, you could really easily be pulled over to something, we would say that, oh, but we've got this and this has come out of it, and, we've got to do this, and, it was those little things, those little things were just so important. And when you think about it, we were training ourselves. We were training ourselves to always think of the better way of it, or something good in it. And if we can find good in a tragic fire, you could, because our dog died in the fire, you can find good in something that's going on in your life. And if you just get used to focusing on that little tiny thing that you like, I really like your hair, I really like your blue eyes, I really like hot chocolate. Yesterday I was, feeling like something sweet, and I didn't really have anything sweet in the house. And I was like, oh, hot chocolate. And, oh, it was delicious. Absolutely delicious. I thoroughly enjoyed it. So, sometimes it can be like the tiniest little things. And then sometimes it will be the big things, because you've been thinking all these really good thoughts, and all of a sudden all these really good things come to you. And that's exactly how it is. Because look, 4 years ago, I lost my house and to a fire and everything in it. And now, 4 years later, I'm living on 50 acres in the country, in a beautiful house, off grid, so I'm, doing everything here, by I'm super self-sufficient, which I always wanted to be, and I'm literally living my dream. So just because that happened to you doesn't mean that that's where you're gonna end up. You you just keep dreaming and keep going ahead with your little happy thoughts, and gosh, you'll be amazed at where they'll lead you. Have a gorgeous day remembering it's those little tiny happy thoughts during the day that you feel. Go with them. See where they'll take you. And even if it's just 1, 2, 3, go with it. You never ever know where you might end up. Have a gorgeous day. Bye.